We might need to do that, Glenn, because then if you want to pop in and just look over my shoulder. Let's see if I can pop this free. Because that's... Are you referring to this one, Jay? Oh. That's the same color. We're looking at step here.
Okay.
Delenn has kindly brought in the building app.
You've got it too.
Oh, yes, I just don't have it.
I'm not up to the same page though.
So she's just getting caught up here.
Only a few steps back.
Okay, so I think the piece Jay was talking about is actually back a bit.
Well, this is the... You just did the wall, right?
Yeah, I think she's concerned about this piece here.
This chunk that we're working on there? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's suggesting that this piece would be swapped for this piece.
What are we doing? A piece for that piece?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are they different colors?
Yes.
Okay. I'm really glad. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Delenn. They honestly... I'm going to swap it now. But...
You're looking at sort of like a... What do they call that? Green?
Mm-hmm.
And then the one in your right hand is the neutral.
Interest. So...
The left is the green.
For...
On top, the right is the neutral.
For interest, these look like the exact same color to me. But... Seeing them side by side, I can see the contrast and the difference.
And the one you're about to put on should actually be that shape there.
Yes, this one here.
Yeah.
So thank you to Jay and Jay and Delenn. Thank you. Sorry, Delenn was cleaning up my Lego bags, and I always try and keep them until after streams so I can look through them when I've forgotten something. But thank you very much for the help, Delenn. That was an early guest appearance, and Delenn will be coming to you live and in person in just a little bit. So I'm just going to jump on, be right back for a second, and I will get back to building. There we go. We are back. Sorry about that, folks. I just needed to get a throat lozenge so that I can keep talking to you without getting hoarse. And that did slow us down a little bit, but we're going to get ourselves back up to speed and get some momentum back. So I'm going to get myself repositioned so I'm actually building on stream. And I'm thinking, because I keep drifting to this side of the screen, or this side of the camera, I might end up taking Delenn's advice and actually mounting my instructions over on this side. Because I've got them on a flexible arm, so I can move them around, but I just seem to keep trying to build over here. But I will figure that out off stream. But before I got completely lost in all of our pieces, I was noting that we had people coming in to our office this past Wednesday, and it was an absolute gong show. It was terrible weather coming in, so these were folks coming from all across Canada, but many people coming from reasonably warm places. who anticipated that Calgary would also be reasonably warm. And this is not an unreasonable expectation at this time of year. We're typically past our cold season, and we're into much nicer weather. And we started to get very cold on Tuesday morning. There was snowfall warnings, you name it. And so it was rough for the folks coming in for the meetings, who didn't necessarily prepare with all the right clothing and things like that. And for the... Boo-boo. Okay, reset. Words again. So, noting that testing says June got cancelled because of the World Cup. Oh, one of the leaders works for the City of Toronto. Oh, okay, so they're June... I'm presuming the June camp out, or is that all scouts for June? And Mike says 3 guys at work who never realized they were color challenged until they attempted a test. Yep. Oh, I'm glad it's just the camp and not scouts entirely. But that's still pretty huge. Okay, so we're gonna snap this in. And I was thinking initially like June got cancelled. Wow, we lost a whole month just because of the World Cup. But interesting. I feel like I'm missing something here. I'm not. I'm not missing something. They spun the house around on me, and I was looking at the wrong side of the set. So that would definitely do it. But over the course of the day, on Wednesday, we had partners trickling in, and everybody, of course, wanted to come into the office for Wednesday because for many of the folks working here, they work with a lot of these partners. Focus. But they don't often get to see them. And so if you're working with somebody from out of town and so they just tell us to extend just this one side. Okay. But sorry, I keep getting distracted, so I apologize for the disjointed bit of stream right now, but normally we don't get to see a lot of these folks with much frequency, particularly because we've been reducing the amount of travel that people are authorized to do. And so everybody wanted to meet up with the different partners from across the country. So our office, which is normally hosting a maximum of about 450 people, was handling... Oops. There we go, that snapped in a little better. We had much closer to our full complement of 950 Calgarians. And then we added to that with estimates are outstanding, but somewhere between 850 and 1100 additional company personnel. And the infrastructure was absolutely near collapse. It was just a complete gong show. So the way that our office is set out, we normally have everyone who's not a partner working from bookable desks, and then anyone who is a partner, or if you find an empty one, you can get an office for as long as you need it. But typically, junior staff are highly encouraged to not book offices, no matter how much you think you need it. But usually more senior folks can get away with it. But there was nothing, because all of our partners were in the office today, on Wednesday, and all of the visiting partners all wanted offices, and the ones who had really proactive executive assistants had already booked every spare office that we had, and then on top of that, they booked every conference room that we had, and pretty much every bookable piece of real estate in the entire facility. And so let me see what I'm doing here. Okay, so this is looking right. Okay, so good there. But that was literally every single space was occupied, and by 10 a.m. we had a situation where basically the kitchens had hit overflow, or not the kitchens, the break rooms and what we call the hubs. So they were completely jammed. And this is interesting. I don't know why this camera's struggling with some of the tracking right now, so sorry about the blur if it's affecting anyone. But there wasn't a seat to be had by probably noon. We had partners literally working off the couches in our reception area, to the tune of 4 or 5 people, all having welcome back, Jay. Sorry to hear your internet dropped out. Hopefully everything's okay. And we're going to build a window here. I'm hoping I haven't made any mistakes while you were away. Your help has been completely invaluable. So we do a window. I'll build on screen. Yes. Yeah, I may need to make that adjustment to the position of the screen that Delenn wisely suggested. And then we'll build over here. It's interesting. So we got this. And yeah, we had 5 different partners in the working out a reception, and every meeting room was completely filled. And then by 2 in the afternoon, it was impossible to even move in and out of the building properly. No, not from a true fire safety perspective and stuff like that, but there were partners working in the stairwells. It was really quite crazy. I do not recall, Delenn. It wasn't whatever it was not critical. Okay, so we'll put on our damage for the house, so we'll board it up. But I haven't decided yet if we're going to remove these pieces and build the house as though it is in its pristine 1960s version. And we make it to bag 9. And in terms of spares, relatively few. So we'll transfer our spares over to our spare parts bin. There we go. Oops. And one of these. So there's a lot of spare parts building up. But, for example, this is the spares from the A-frame cabin, which I still have to get tucked away. So it's not completely unfathomable that we're getting this big a collection. So, okay, so here we go. Let me get bag 9, and I'll be right back. And we're back. So, bag 9. And we're going to get it dumped out. I don't know if we're going to get through all of bag 9 today. That